Hi Earth signs, happy Halloween! Special treat tonight. So basically I saved the best for last. Kidding, but I went out of order for the first time ever. Something I've been contemplating for a while is to start with the sign that we are in season of, so that they can be first and then everybody is switching the lineup basically. But I wanted Earth sign to be last, and it's Libra season, so it was a perfect time to do it, and I did it. So here we are, end of the night. Still got personal readings to do, but right, let's just continue. So I decided for the elemental readings this month that I would do a different deck for each one. And I did a general reading to explain these cards. I pulled a card from each deck that I used tonight, but honestly, I mean, it was weird. It's very heavy lately. It's like this every year. I just always kind of forget, or like for some reason like don't expect it to happen, and then I kind of level out after Scorpio season. But anyway, I don't want to bore you with it. But I'm using the mystery deck for Earth signs. Every time I pick it up, it's like, boom, it's so heavy. So I kind of go into it in the general reading. If you want more information about this deck, it's something I never wanted to put it on my YouTube channel. I did one reading with this deck publicly, or in a general reading, and I posted it on Patreon because I knew less people would see it. So I'm very, very sensitive about this deck. Again, if you want to know more about the deck, you can watch my general reading video, but it is... The whole intention tonight is to do channeled messages. That's been the whole point of celebrating Halloween every day. It's just that energy and that time of year. But this is a fairly new deck to me, but it's powerful. It is a used deck. I'm getting chills having it in my hands. So again, I never wanted to put this on my channel, but I wanted a fourth deck to use tonight. And so I was very called to it. I picked it up, it started whispering. It was so creepy. I did it like 3 times, where every time I put it down, pick it back up. This is the first time I'm not whispering about it. And it's because they were trying to tell me to do it for us, Earth signs. I did do it. It was kind of selfish of me, but it's also like, that's fine. Anyways, messages from Straight Up Divine. Okay, these are next level. It makes some people uncomfortable. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. Some people cannot sit through these readings, like, very intense. But figured we could handle it. Also, just want to shout out to Capricorn, because it looks like you're getting the bonus video next week. And you do almost every month, so thank you to the Capricorns that watch my channel. It's very much appreciated, especially because half the time I'm roasting you. And so the love is so well received because you appreciate my honesty and you can take it like a human being should take a message of honesty in all reality. So kudos. Even if somebody beats you in views in the next week, I will still do a Capricorn bonus video because I appreciate it so much. Alright, no guarantees you will ever see this deck again unless you're a personal reading and I approve it, but there we are. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do a full moon thing tomorrow. I don't even want to admit that salad fingers just popped into my head, and it was the bit about the rusty spoons actually feeling orgasmic. That was quite odd. Maybe rewatch Salad Fingers. I don't really know why that would be a message, so I'm just gonna move on. It's almost like I'm hearing too many things at once, okay? And that is the tricky thing about 1, doing general readings, and 2, doing it for 3 different signs, and 3, just not even knowing who's going to watch, right? Some very personal messages come through, especially because I am a smaller channel. They're a little more succinct, okay? Trying to get all 3 of the messages separate. So it was blood on the floor, which turned into sleep on the floor, which is lyrics to a song. What was the initial one? I don't know, now I'm hearing cat scratch fever. Lots going on, lots of music. Might be feeling like I'm picking up like more of an alien kind of frequency than anything else. It's not that I don't believe in deities, but I am kind of a no gods, no masters type. And like, I mean, there's beings that are always going to be more powerful or know more than you. And It's not that I don't believe in, I mean, I believe in God, but the way that I see God is a lot different than the way most people see God. To me, he's neon, and people don't get that, always. But I almost feel like crying in this moment. I'm not exactly sure why. I think maybe you need a good cry. I think you need to break down, just feel and see what's real, and let go, let loose, let it free, let it move you, okay? Maybe dancing, crying while dancing. This is going to sound a little strange. I'm not really sure why it's coming up, but crying during sex is, ew, ugh. It sounds bad, but it could be just like the best thing ever kind of thing, and it brings joyful tears, I guess. Even for me, it's a little much, but crying and moving your body, okay? Because sometimes, you know, I'm I have no problem being vulnerable. It's so interesting. People still think I'm so tough, and it's like, I don't even keep secrets very well, do I? But sometimes if I'm upset, you know, I rock back and forth, I tap, I even hit a little bit, you know, and so the body naturally wants movement when it's in that type of state, okay? But I just realized something. Oh shit, hold on. I'm not gonna fucking change it now. I just recalled what my videos, the last video sounded like when I opened it, when I was uploading it. And I'm like, I don't think the mic is on. It's on, but I don't think I have it hooked up. It's so weird. That's so weird, because I was whispering and I moved it. I don't know. That is just really strange. Sorry if the sound sucks. Okay, so dub the frequency of love. It's a Gogo Bordello song. What is the point of this reading? What's the focus other than this stuff? Hocus pocus. Step up to the plate. You can go home after you get a home run, basically. I'm feeling a tinge of anger, but it's not expressed as words, and it's not a very strong feeling. It's maybe frustration. And that would be indicating that some of your guides are frustrated with you. This I find extremely interesting for the Earth sign video, especially because I mentioned Capricorn. But the last reading I did for Capricorn was about being mad at yourself and having a disconnect between you and your higher self. And so I feel like that could be being felt across the board for Earth signs, but the message aligns. Oh my god, I don't know. This deck is quite difficult. It's hard to nail down who will be watching. Crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. Who needs to hear this? Who will be called to see this? Divinity is orchestrated 100%. Humanness is chaos. Divinity is orchestrated. You have to understand, we give you free will just to see what will happen. We always have the upper hand. We always are the ruling class. We, as in beings that you cannot fathom, regardless is if they're attached to the human version of the self. Space is not out, it's up. Remember that. It's everywhere. It's a projection of consciousness. This fucking deck, man. We have 7th position. Well, 7th. Sage. very interested in the word sage, because I, try to be appropriate with my titles. I landed on necromancer anyways, because I feel like that's most appropriate for me. Mostly because I'm a romantic. But the sage, okay. Heavy hitters. Heavy hitters. We have 8th position fire. No fear. No fear. No fear. Walk forward, knowing that you've got this personally. This is not the thing of anyone can do it. Hell no. No one does it like you. Okay. And I do think this sage is representative, similar to the hermit. I love this deck so much. That's why I don't really use it for just anyone. If you are watching this, beyond divinely guided to see it. Beyond. Beyond. Because what you have right now is so unfathomable and so immeasurable, almost intangible, but will become your reality experience. You have no idea. Things will turn in your favor exactly how you want them. I'm hearing even if you're blacklisted, which is so interesting because I feel like I said that recently in a reading, but I don't remember what sign, or it could have been on Instagram. I don't even know. It's so weird too because I have a straight up fucking phobia of this touching my arm right here, and I don't mind it right now. I hate to say this, but if somebody is using in vitro, you're kind of like bottoming out. I hate that. I mean, somebody's got to hear it. Somebody's got to hear it again with the Kindly Divided. But Kindly Divided, Kindly Divided, Kindly Divided. Did you hear how I flipped that? I do this all the time where I switch letters, but that is the difference between divinely guided and being divided. Okay, so heavy, 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 heavy. 2nd position, Earth. You're trying to juggle here, okay? You are trying to make sense of it all. You're trying to balance it. You're trying to keep it going. That's the thing. You're like, what do you mean turn in my favor? Like, people are dying, Kim. Like, what the fuck? I get that. I hear you. And have no fear. I'm in fear every day. Either of my life, someone else's, whatever it is. Holy shit, man. But then we have number 9, knowledge. Except, I haven't seen an orb like that all day. I know it's a trick of the lights or whatever, but it just doesn't always show up. And so when it does, it's very laser focus. Very laser focus. Okay, you see that little blue orb, right? It does not happen all the time. I haven't noticed it at all today. It's not just this deck either. It happens with all of, they're all glossy. You feel me? They all have a little bit of a, if somebody puts their hands on you, oh my God, I feel like somebody got choked out recently. Kick them out. This is not a time to fight back. If somebody's got you by the throat, or if they're at their own throat or whatever, these messages, man, I tried to say, this deck is not appropriate for a general reading, but, my views have been a little lower lately, so I trust it to fall into the hands of the right people. I feel like that's an expression, too, to have someone by the throat. So this may not be a physical thing, and I'm not exactly sure what it would mean. Like a hanging or something. I don't know. I don't like how gruesome this is, Earth signs. What the fuck's going on in our lives? That is so strange. It's almost like somebody's using again. I have a feeling it's not us. Oof, didn't mean to kick the table over or anything. I feel like it is not us, but somebody's using. Very sad. Okay, it's very sad. I don't really do, I don't use these cards very often. I don't think I do reversals though. This is upside down. This is what it is. We could play with the idea of a reversal, I suppose, because we do have 6th position fire, and this is very peaceful. Okay, this is like 2 people coming together. You notice the orb's not there. I told you it doesn't happen with every card or anything. It's very special. You know, swords down, coming together. They're kind of like opposites, and they're being united by a specific person. But if you put this in reverse, it would indicate that I know you saw it turn blue when I flipped it. You see what I'm saying? Where it's just not always, so I know that it's definitely an extra special message, even if it is a trick of the lights. But to continue, if it's in reverse, then there's no peace being made with the situation. Oh, this pains me to say. You've got to let them go. You have to let them go. You have to let them go. This is so deep. I feel like somebody's really deep in an addiction or self-sabotage in general. You have to let them go. And it's so sad and so hard, especially because most of us have been there before. And so we know that it's possible to be saved, but only if you want to be. And it's not this notion of you can only save yourself. You just need to want to be saved. And ultimately that is saving yourself. But there's always resources. There's always help. There's always somebody there. Whether you have to pay for them or it's personal, doesn't matter. The idea that you save yourself is sort of a lie. You know, if a ship's going down, there's a whole crew, right? So I'm just saying, the idea that they have to save themselves is false. They just have to want to be saved. Yes, I'm sure you can help them. Yes, I'm sure you can lead them to change. Yes, I'm sure that you're well versed in how this works. But, hey, that's on them. You know? And not everybody's going to ask for help. Not everybody's going to feel comfortable saying, I need to be saved. I seek salvation. But you're not Jesus anyways, so it's not your job, man. You gotta let them go. Even if it kills them, you know? And that's what's so hard and so sad about this. Knee deep. All us earth signs really, really struggling with something. That is so sad. With someone even, probably. So fucking sad. Alright, 16, destiny. So, coming up on things. Things will all work out the way they're meant to. You know, it's just there's things we want to work out so badly. And they just don't. You know, it's not in the cards, but your destiny will unfold and it will become clear why these things happen. Okay, and maybe someday they'll come back and say, I'm so sorry for all that I put you through. But you will never get that. Okay? You can never expect to get that, especially if you stay. If you stay, they'll think they never owe it to you. To apologize, to reconcile, to quit, to put in effort in the same way that you have to them. You have to go. You have to go. I feel like this message is not about a relationship in particular as much as it's about somebody using some kind of drug, alcohol, or method of self-sabotage. Okay, so it can be any relationship in your life. If that's your relationship, fine. Could be a work person, it could be a friend, it could be, you know, your old self, your old scene, your old hangout spots, anything. It's never going to change unless you walk away. So difficult. I know that hurts. That really hurts. I hope I figure out, you know, what it means for me. Just like I hope you figure out what it means for you. 11th position, air, emotion, intellect. I want to say they coexist in this way. Emotion, intellect is one card. It's not about having no feelings and cutting someone off and being logical. It's about understanding how you feel and making the best choices for you anyways. Tragically beautiful. Tragically beautiful. You gotta close the door to open a new one. Deep bonds, deep connections, deep loves. They can exist from a distance, and that's fine. You know, if you need to make it known your intentions for someone, like, listen, you know, I don't know. I don't believe in ghosting. I think it's shitty. It's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do, but I don't really understand ghosting. Just tell people, talk to them, you know. But you can approach this person, or it could be a job even, where you're just like not working in a healthy environment for you, and you're like, look, dude, I don't think I can deal with this workplace anymore. No amount of money that you give me is going to change that. You need to either improve the vibe or I'm out, right? Something like that. Or I can't hold this back any longer. This person has made me uncomfortable too many times. It's me or that. That's fine. Stuff like that. Putting up your boundaries, but letting it be known that there is a lot of love. You still really like your job. You still love this person. You still understand and empathize with them, but you have to walk away. Oh my gosh. Okay. You have no choice. Look at, we decided to go with reverse. Oh, there's the orb again. You have no choice. You must walk away. That is so sad. I wonder if these are all going to be upside down. Yeah, okay. These are all upside down. And I don't feel like I want to do all of that interpreting of reading them backwards. So think of it this way. This is what you lose out on. If you have a choice to make, and you know which one you need to choose, and you refuse to choose it anyways, you have to allow the choice to be made for you. You have to understand that when you have no resolve in it, it will be the worst possible scenario for the best thing. The choice that will be made for you is going to be the choice that is meant for you. But if you do not actively choose that option, despite knowing that that is your option, there's one thing about being undecided, but there's another thing about knowing and just not wanting to. Right? You have to let it be known that your choice will be overthrown. Weird way of putting it. Overruled. I mean, again, everything that is going to happen, 111 on my time, everything that's going to happen is going to happen. It's just like the more reluctant you are, the harder it becomes, even though it's going to end up as the same outcome. So why choose that road when you could just go with what you know? This is not going with the flow. This is going with the know. You know. You know. You know. Gotta let it go. Heartbreaking. Truly. Truly heartbreaking. So, that being said, let's lean into it. Let's make the choice. You know, that's, again, this is what you miss out on when you don't make that decision, is like the good parts of the process. Okay, so we have the 10, or number 12, the counselor. Making your best judgment call, doing what's best for you, making the healthy choice. Okay. 8th position, Earth, standing in your absolute power. Earth signs, look at her. Oh my God, the queen. Like, we love her. Love to see it. Staffs up. Okay, and she's holding a fucking orb. We've been talking about orbs this reading. First time all night, just saying. We have 5th position, Air. Okay, having faith. Going in blind, but trusting that you've got this, right? That's what she's holding, in the knowledge. She holds the knowledge without being able to see what's coming. You know it's going to work out. It's beyond faith. Okay? This is beyond faith. This is something that may be hard to fathom as a human being, that this is beyond faith. Okay? This is walking in truth to an extent of you have no real concept of truth because you live in a facade to begin with, right? Forget it. Forget it. Don't know what that's weird as fuck. Ew. Why did I just kiss my hand and lick it? What? Forget it. Alright. We have 18. Thought. Knowing. Thought. It's going to come to you as your own thoughts. It's something very difficult to grasp. Okay? If you're struggling to understand who we're talking about, whoever you thought of in the moment is who we'd be referring to, isn't it? Whoever you were reminded of, whoever you were talking to, whoever texted you, don't care. Do what you gotta do. But thoughts are very important. Here's the thing. I'm an intuitive person, but if I am struggling with something, I'm not gonna just because I'm intuitive and I deliver messages for other people doesn't mean that I am going to tell myself everything all the time. I like to hear it from someone else. I like to watch other tarot readers. I like to do trades with people who do what I do, because it's good to hear the message from other ears. But right now, everything's coming to you through thought. It's not through speech. It's not through media. It's not through conversation. It's from thought. That's very, very hard. It's very difficult. It's you have to be able to sit back and decipher what is true thought coming in and what is irrational thought passing through. Okay? Very difficult to determine, but that's what's happening for you. If you've been hearing voices, if you have been looking for answers and not finding them, it's all within already. It's like you already, you know. And instead of seeking words, you must seek formulation. Okay, so that's intense. And then last we do have 14th position, Air, King of Air. So could be dealing with an air sign, but also like breathe life into things once again. I feel like, you know, you're stressed and you can't get a break, you can't get up, whatever it is that you gotta say to yourself. But it's definitely that this person, this, you know, presumed addict or whatever it is it's a struggle. It's not your struggle. This is not your fight. Okay, so good luck, right? A lot on our plates, and it seems like we can't even fucking talk about ourselves for a goddamn minute because it's all about everyone else all the time, isn't it? Wow. And then we have, oh wait, this would be 14th. I said 14th. I think it was 16th. I have to read all the Roman numerals, okay? I know it, but sometimes I'm a little slow. So, oh, this is 14th position, water, duh. King of water. I'm sorry. So it could be dealing with a water sign. I don't want to read these. I'm over it. Alright? I'm ending this video. I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. If you like my shit, leave a review, do whatever you're gonna do, okay? Show me love if you love me, because I love you. Alright, thank you so much. Have a wonderful